Obviously, we were covering the State of the Union, and what an incredible night. What an incredible speech. There was a lot of trolling the Democrats, and not just by me. We're going to get into that, okay? But I don't want to let that overshadow how great President Trump's speech was. And I just wanted to, I don't know if you guys caught it. Some people, you want to watch the whole thing. Some people want to catch the highlights. But I wanted to highlight a part that might just go down as one of the all-time greatest presidential speeches in history.
All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over and they will never be forgotten again, because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Say what you want about that man, but he loves this country. He has sacrificed so much for this country because he just loves it so much. And you love to see it, amidst all of the Democrat anti-American rhetoric, which we'll get to, you just love to see it. And I would say I love to see it. I don't think that the mainstream media loved to see it. And I just love that the speech was so good. It was just such a positive, uplifting, incredible speech that even CNN had to admit it. They released a poll right after the speech. 64% of people had a positive reaction compared to 36% having a negative reaction. 64%. They keep trying to tell you that everyone hates Donald Trump. They keep trying to make you feel like you are in the minority. They want you to think that you are in the minority if you appreciate this president following through on his promises. And it's just not true. And even their own outlets are having to actually admit that. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Now, I do mention the 36% negative. I don't what the hell do you have to be negative about? Other than you're just broken people. Orange man bad. No, I don't like his speech. I love illegal aliens. I love criminals. I love gang members. I love drug cartels. I love chopping off healthy body parts of children. You got to be some type of retarded to not appreciate that speech. But I do believe that it was probably all the people who voted negative or the Democrats that Trump was trolling all night, because that was you know what? I believe that is the biggest reason that the American people were so positive about this speech, because not only was he like, America first, I love this damn country, we are so great, and here are the ways that we are so great, and here is where we can still be greater. And on top of that, he was also like, by the way, if you guys support this stuff, you're crazy. You're actually retarded, because it's very, very simple. You're either on the side of good or you're on the side of evil. But I want to play President Trump not letting the Democrats off easily. And he was showing very simply who and where the Democrat allegiance really falls. Watch.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Uh-oh.
You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Uh-oh. There it is, right there. We caught you guys in 4K. You don't think that your job is to protect American citizens over illegals? What the hell are you doing in Congress? In fact, I think that that alone is enough to just expel you from Congress. Like that's kind of like the whole thing. That's kind of your one job. You swear an oath that resembles like, hey, I'm going to stand up for American citizens. And then to sit down, how absolutely disrespectful, not even to the president, but to your American citizens and constituents that you claim to represent. Now, they barely stood up. They barely clapped for like most of the parts of the speeches. And I get it because they can't separate the policies or what he is saying from the man. But there was one part in particular that got some of them up, still not all of them. Shockingly, when President Trump brought in the gold medal winning U.S. men's hockey team for the Olympics, and some of the Democrats were still like, no, I hate these athletes who just won this country an Olympic award, I guess.
And in fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Yelling in the mic. And a surprise appearance with their awards, their medals around their necks. They're chanting USA. It's so cool.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up.
Like, why are you going to punish the hockey team? What does the hockey team have to do with your politics? I don't know. Can you not just be happy for your country? And that is where I think that they have just really shown you their true colors. They don't actually care about this country. They're not patriots. They're not patriotic. They don't have a sense of, patriotism when they think about this country. They actually think this country is bad. They don't like the founding principles. They don't like the founding fathers. They don't like our morals and our values and our system that is merit-based. They don't like anything about it. And that is the only reason that I can imagine that some of these Democrats did not stand up. By the way, I did also see that President Trump brought these athletes to the White House today, and he was like playing Toby Keith, and he catered McDonald's, which is like so perfect. But so these Democrats who didn't stand, they are getting much deserved backlash here. Democrats spark fury for refusing to stand for U.S. Olympic hockey team at Trump's State of the Union. Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, what are you doing here? Where would you like to go? Where else would you like to live? I can help you make that happen. I don't understand why you are here if you don't appreciate and you are not proud of this country. Like, I understand if you're in China and you are, your government is the Communist Party and you actually can't leave. Like, I understand you have, they're going to throw you into a camp or whatever. I understand that. I understand people in North Korea who are like stuck there. I don't understand living in the freest, greatest country in the world has ever seen and like hating your country and not just leaving. Like, just leave. Anyway, I digress. He awarded a bunch of medals, as one does during the State of the Union. He announced Olympic hockey goaltender Connor Hellebuck will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He gave the awards to Medals of Honor to Captain Royce Williams, 100-year-old former Navy fighter pilot who served in, World War II, the Vietnam War, and the Korean War. I would say that is something to be celebrated. The Democrats would say that is actually something to be mocked, I guess.
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
Did you leave early?
Absolutely.
It was like an award show. You get a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal.
That's literally, Mo just said, you get a car, you get a car. Y'all are on the same page.
It's never like laughable. It's never like, oh, it was just like an award show. It was just like a game show. Whenever it's a Democrat who is doing literally the same exact thing. They always do this. I don't know why it's that big of a deal. That's what the president does. He tends to give these awards away to people who he thinks deserve them. In this case, how can you argue anything other than? But the Democrats, as we know, have no bottom. They have no floor. And they got lower. Because the woman who was killed on a Charlotte, North Carolina subway rail, remember, she was killed by this criminal who had a very, very long rap sheet. And apparently the judges in that area don't actually want to imprison criminals. They want to release them back on the streets. She sat there on the train and was brutally stabbed to death. Irina Zarutsky. And the mother of Irina was there. The mother of Irina Zarutska was there. And the Democrats would not even stand for her.
Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zaretsky, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina. How do you not stand? How do you not stand?
I mean, these people are broken. That's unspeakably evil. It's almost like they want the violence and the carnage. So I think that this is why the polls said that people overwhelmingly responded positively. They are tired of this anti-American rhetoric. They were happy that President Trump was actually calling them out on their bullshit. It was refreshing to hear him be like, what, you guys are not standing? What did this woman do to you? Show me on the doll where this woman who can no longer talk to her daughter because she had to bury her, like, show me on the doll where she hurt you. You can't stand? This isn't a Republican issue. But everything is politics to the Democrats. Now, there was another point where he called them out when talking about how they are like forcing kids to be trans. Here's that moment.
In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately. Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy, I'm telling you. They're crazy.
Show me the lie. Now, obviously, President Trump is the troller in chief, and I try to learn from him like a young Padawan. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do a little trolling as well. So I infiltrated the Democrats. You know, they had this like, oh, we're not going to watch the State of the Union. Instead, we're going to screech on stage with Joy Reid. And I infiltrated that event, the Democrat State of the Union. It was, as you would expect, you know what? Let me just give you a little sneak peek. So you are a cat?
Yes. Yeah.
And what is the significance of the cat?
Part of the crew. Just the inflatable crew.
So do cats, is their official position that they don't like Donald Trump?
They definitely don't like this guy.
They don't like JD Vance?
No.
Why not?
I gotta get going.
Cats for Democrats. Can I ask you about your sign?
Sure.
So MAGA is Putin's tool. In what way?
Impacted by the policies that are taking place
I got
at
no
the hands
answer.
of someone who has demonstrated.
Well, it's on your sign. I'm just wondering.
For the truth.
Well, how is MAGA Putin's tool?
Figure it out. If you can't figure it out, you're part of the problem.
Well, I mean, I feel like you would want to educate people as to exactly how that is.
I don't.
You don't want to educate people on how?
From this regime.
How much were you paid to be here tonight?
$50 and a bottle of Crown Royal.
Really?
Yeah.
Does George Soros pay that to you?
Fascist MAGA. Get the f*** out of here.
I mean, it's public property, sir.
Oh, it is. You're right.
What makes me a fascist exactly?
Well, if you support Trump, you're a fascist.
How?
He's a fascist.
How is he a
If you
fascist?
support a fascist, you are a fascist.
How is he a fascist,
Go
sir?
look it up.
And that is reclaiming white.
Clearly very mentally stable people here.
And I'm praying for the people that have tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. These people that think they can sneak up on him and kill him. I'm like, I've been in DC. I've been in this area all my life. And it's just, there's a lot of security.
So you just hope that they're able to.
I believe that he's either going to become incompetent, and then we're going to have to deal with JD Vance, which really scares me. Or he's going to die on the job. Or, we can hope. Hate is a very strong word, and it's appropriate for Trump.
Yeah, because it sounds like you want his assassins to be successful.
I really don't, but I do. Yes. I'm afraid of JD Vance as well.
All right, y'all okay? You doing all right? How many of you remember Kilmar Abrego Garcia? How many of you guys remember Kilmar? Wave your hand if you remember him. Well, coming to the stage is the man who had the courage, the cojones to go and
Joy Reid, you suck! You're a loser! MSNBC fired you because you're a loser! You suck! America first, you can't even get a sizable crowd! No one's here! It's empty! It's empty! It's empty! Look at those tranny man hands. You're a loser! You're all mentally ill! You're simping for a criminal! He is a criminal! He is a criminal! He is a, yes?
Who are you? Stop.
What? What do you mean, do I know who you are?
Act like an adult.
Why are you simping for illegal criminals?
No, why are you distracting?
Because I think you guys are losers.
I think you are scum. Why are you here? This is not your event.
Okay, it's a free country, isn't it? Is it a free country? You want to know who the fascists are?
Turn around.
You guys. You guys are the fascists. You guys are the fascists.
I don't need any arguments right now. No fighting. They're having their demonstration. Just let it be. There's no need to cause commotion right now at all. You have an opinion, that's perfectly fine. Take it elsewhere. They organized this. You did not. Understand? Over here.
Yeah, I'm walking. Bitch. Oh my God. Paul Blart over here. I'm trying to walk. Excuse me. Wow. My tax dollars at work. My tax dollars at work. Ooh, look, they're being protected by men in masks and they don't seem to mind. They're being protected by men in masks and now all of a sudden it's fine. There's an excuse for that. Oh my gosh, watching that just fires me up again. I have to ask Stephen, what did you think when you, because we hadn't talked and you were working the Blaze coverage and you saw that clip that they played of me crashing Joy Reid before we actually talked. So what, like, were you nervous at any point?
I mean, I'm always nervous when you go and do these. I've just kind of learned to live with it and just hope for the best. I didn't see the. I don't think that we aired. We definitely didn't air the. I don't think we aired the end part of that. And then some of the stuff that you had at the beginning there with the guy that was rapping
new.
and stuff. Yeah, that's the first time I've actually seen it.
Well, let me tell you what. We've got more of that. That's just a clip. That's just a sneak peek.
Where would I go to watch this?
Well, let me tell you, Stephen. Thanks for asking. You can go to Sara Gonzales TX. Go check out the full video, and we've got more from that screechy lady too with the COVID mask that like maniacally laughs. And you guys just trust me on this. You're not going to want to miss it. But I am a little upset that we got kicked out before we got to see this masterpiece.
No pueden encarcelarnos a todas. No pueden encarcelarnos a todas. No pueden encarcelarnos a todas. Imprison us all day.
Yeah.
You did amazing. Yes. You get an A. I don't give grades,
you guys can hear the claps. Like there's nobody there.
We just go on vibes, and the vibes were immaculate.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
There was guys, the field is so big and there was like a couple rows and most of it was media. There were probably more media. There's probably more cameras and like big, the big cameras and the big lighting setups. There's probably more media than there were people. Like it was crazy how empty it was. They're standing there singing this weird ass song and like you can just, ooh. That's how little people there were there. It was weird. It was weird. By the way, it wasn't even probably the weirdest event that took place with the Democrats, which there was another one we didn't make it to, but like, you tell me what the hell is this?
I'm a mother. I am a physician, and I have a flag. And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District. Yes.
What is the deal with the blow-up animals?
And tonight, I defy Trump and his
Why?
authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog Brigade.
What?
What are you confused about? It was the the Frog Brigade.
The Maryland Frog Brigade? Is that a thing?
I think was it in Oregon?
Oregon Frog Brigade? I don't know what the state has a Frog Brigade. I don't know, but I don't understand why.
It's the Freedom Frog Brigade, Sarah. What are you worried about?
I don't think they are all about freedom at all, actually. It's the fascist Frog Brigade, maybe. It's so weird. I mean, it's no wonder. Look at that.
Got American flags. What are you concerned? I don't know what you're confused about.
All of a sudden, they love the country again. Isn't that interesting? All of a sudden, they love the country again.